Good morning. Just looking at Studio Dog Charlie. Good morning and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. I'm Pete Braley. This is my son, my executive producer, director, show creator, all-around great dude, lover of small animals, not so much insects, Matt.
That's me.
That's you.
And all those things are mostly true.
Yeah, they pretty much are, right?
Yeah.
Did not exaggerate there.
Yeah.
I am so tired.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
I've been up all night, though, trying to find a double white line in this state. I just can't. You got it? The driver's manual that we had yesterday said a double solid white line separates two lanes of traffic going in the same direction. Crossing a double solid white line is not allowed. But I couldn't. We had people commenting yesterday. I think Kat was saying, in Massachusetts? What is it? Or Dana was saying, we have this in Massachusetts? I don't know. I can't find it. But
I kind of feel like, just a weird guess, I feel like it's on, I don't know, I'm picturing like an industrial road, like next to a factory or something, where it would only be like big trucks going in and out. There's a double white line, you can't pass it. Like, I feel like I've seen it before.
Maybe.
Now that I'm thinking about it, but I don't know.
I just don't. I only had one errand yesterday. I had to run into downtown New Bedford, and I remember looking around saying, "There's no double."
No, I don't think it's going to be anywhere around here.
No. Oh, I had that new post-COVID dilemma yesterday. I was coming out of City Hall. I had to go get some paperwork. I was coming out of City Hall, and a friend of mine, Ian Abreu, Councilor Ian Abreu. Not to throw him under the bus, because this is just his natural way.
Well, you just did it by name, so now we all know who he is.
Well, there's no bus, but I'm just saying. So I come out, and I'm like, hey, Ian, how are you? And he goes, hey, Pete. And he puts his hand out, and I went and I shook it, but I'm saying to myself, I don't do this anymore. And then at the end of the conversation, he was like, well, let's keep in touch. And I shook his hand again.
Well, if you did it once, you do it twice.
I mean, might as well.
Yeah.
What do you do when someone comes at you? Because I talked with you about this when I got home.
Yep. And
you said once he puts that hand out, you're stuck. Right?
I don't think I have the confidence to turn down a handshake.
Yeah.
I just don't think I do. I just feel like it'd be so awkward and rude to be like, oh, sorry, I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Like that would embarrass the other person. I'm not going to do that.
One article I read said
which stinks because I'm big against like spreading germs.
Yeah.
I don't like that stuff. But
one article I read said that you could say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't do that anymore." But
again, I feel like that's rude, and I just always try not to be super rude.
Right.
But I don't know.
Okay. Odds and ends this morning. Oh, by the way, Trish will be coming home at any time now, and because this is the shift where she gets out at 7, and so she gets here like 15 minutes into the show or something like that. Yeah. So
I was like, did you forget how to add an hour there? Like, what's going on in your brain, buddy?
Odds and ends this morning. We posted on Facebook yesterday. Tomorrow will be our 50th show, and we would love to have your feedback. What have been your favorite parts of the show? I mean, what would you like to see more of?
What would you like to see less of?
Well, yeah. What would you like? I mean, honestly, we went round and round as to whether or not we should do the news.
If you want Pete gone, just say the word. He's gone.
Wait.
We're here for you.
Wait.
Okay? You want Pete gone, he's gone. You want me gone, I'm staying. All right? That's the rule.
He is the creator of the show, darn it.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts? We'd love to have that. You can comment them to us today. You can put them in a Facebook post. You can email them to us at thepetebraleyshow@gmail.com. Whatever. We'd love to have your thoughts. Funny video I saw on TikTok yesterday. Who would the dog follow? Now, after watching this, first let's show the video and what that's all about.
Yeah.
Run in opposite directions to see who your dogs love more.
No doubt in my mind, he would go with Mom.
That is the most loyal dog I've ever seen in my life.
I know.
He refuses to upset either one.
What is your?
I would put my name in the running though. I think I have a solid chance of Charlie running after me. I mean,
Okay.
if we're talking just you guys, unfortunately, yeah, he's gonna.
He's going to go to Mom.
Yeah,
yeah. How about if it's you and me?
He'll come after me for sure.
Yeah, because you play with him more.
Yeah, he's my dude.
He's your dude.
Yeah, but that's why I think I even have a chance against Trish.
Do you really?
My name's not Trish.
I think I do.
That's true.
I
We
thought
might
I
have.
heard.
We might have to try this.
Can't tell if Trish is home.
We might have to try this.
I don't see. Where could we do it? Because in the video, it looks like it's like a parking lot or something. I'm not letting Charlie loose in a parking lot. What?
True. Baseball field? We could go on a baseball field?
We could. I mean, do we really want to drive to a baseball field
It's
just to
fenced
do
in.
this?
Well, these TikTok creators, right? They
Yeah.
go
Plus,
to
I mean,
great lengths.
Charlie's really small. He'll find a way to get out of the baseball field.
Yeah,
he'll
fenced in.
probably fit through the little hole in the chain link fence.
I don't know. I just love that video. We'd love to hear from you at the chat this morning. Feel free to join us. And if you're watching this later in the day, and I know some of you do, doing dishes and such, feel free to comment on the videos on YouTube. Why does Charlie scratch at doormats?
He's like trying to dig into a doormat.
You can't. That's not dirt. You know, you can't.
And when I disciplined him one time, Trish said, "That's LL Bean. He's not getting through that." And I was like, "Okay, so we're just letting it.
Yeah,
we're just letting it happen then." Okay.
We're just letting bad behavior.
Yeah, I was, if it's LL Bean, then it's okay.
Welcome to Thursday. It is the 12th of August. This is show number 49. It's National Julienne Fries Day. Julienne fries. That would be cut into thin matchsticks. Julienne fries tend to be the crispier, and they're often called shoestring fries.
That was a pasta thing. Is that not a pasta thing? Julienne?
Julienne?
Where have I heard that before? I don't know.
I have some type of chopper or whatever, or I can do like julienne carrots for a meal. You can have a little, so. But what do you, we've had shoestring fries.
Yeah.
And are they a favorite or what?
I would
of
argue
you-
that McDonald's is shoestring fries. I
Yeah,
enjoy
close.
McDonald's fries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of you kids used to have a thing about the steak fries, too much potato.
Yeah, they're too potatoey.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was me that originally said that.
Yeah.
Too potatoey. Shoestring fries are good, but they're really hard to nail at home
Yeah, that's
because most of the time they end up greasy and soggy. So
true. Or burnt.
or burnt.
There's
Yeah,
only
there's no
two-
real.
yeah.
There's no in between.
Yeah.
It's tough. Trish actually does a pretty good job with fries.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, ever since she got her air fryer.
Oh, I love that thing. I used it last night.
Yeah.
Man, cooks things. They taste great in like, 10 minutes?
Yeah, not long at all.
Can you hear him scratching this
Charles, buddy.
LL Bean doormat?
What are you doing?
Now, my question is there something under it that he wants to get? Or is there something...
No, I don't know how something would get under it. I also don't know how he would see whether or not it's under it.
Well, you could smell it. They can smell things incredibly. So. What are you doing?
He's looking at me.
We have to get a Charlie cam. We have to invest in a Charlie cam. One more camera that can follow him.
Clearly, you didn't look at the budget for what this has already cost.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So why don't we have a discussion off camera about whether or not
About
we
the
get a Charlie cam? Yeah.
How about we use the iPhone?
Clearly, you don't know how any of these things
No,
work.
I don't. That's
No.
why you do.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
So
yeah.
phone is not an option.
All right.
All right.
Today is also National Vinyl Records Day. Gary Freiberg of Los Osos, I think, California, founded National Vinyl Record Day, commemorating the day Thomas Edison invented the phonograph in 1877. Freiberg encourages everyone to remember fond memories and the good things in life, especially vinyl records. I meant to have some of my favorites over here. Like I've got my Fleetwood Mac Rumors album is on the other side of the room.
Yeah.
And
Well, you have them in really nice cases too.
yeah,
your
Mom
vinyl cases are really nice.
Mom bought me these cases to put. Oh, Mommy's
She's
home.
here. Speak of the
Mommy's
devil.
home.
Got the excited sprinkles over there. We can't see. No
No
excited,
excited
sprinkles.
sprinkles. That's because you brought him out
Well,
just
yeah, he
before
did.
the
He
show.
did pee this morning.
He is. I wish you could see.
Hey, is the camouflage Red Sox hat dress code approved? No. Driving with the windows down on the highway? That's a bold move.
That's right. She's on
Ah.
vacation again.
Okay.
Again.
Does she ever work? Who
Is it like
knows?
every 5 weeks you have a vacation?
You know, I deserve it. My name's Trish.
My name's not Trish.
Welcome home. It's also National Middle Child Day. National Middle Child, which we don't.
Shout out to the middle siblings. I'm not one of them.
We don't have a middle child, really.
Well, you have two of them.
Oh, Doug and Kat would be middle.
I would consider them both middle children.
Okay, yeah, I forget 4, right?
Me and Sarah, the bookends. Some say the best. Some say the most, I don't know, exciting, interesting.
Oh.
Controversial at times, you know.
You do know that your sister Kat watches the show.
That's all right. That's all right. No, this one's for Frizz. There we go.
Okay.
All right. No, I got to be fair. This one's for Doug. All right. I think we're good. You know what? One more for Sarah.
Do you have a nickname for Doug?
And let's hear it from me.
Okay.
Stop. Quiet down. Do I have a nickname for Doug? Not really.
Because I know you have Sari for Sarah.
Yeah.
You have Frizz for Catherine, which I don't know. Where did Frizz come from?
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah. And you have Mateo and Trish and what? Fat Man, did we decide is my name?
I called you that like a couple times. You make it seem like it's a regular thing. You make me look like a jerk out here.
I don't think you have any other nickname for me, do you?
Well, because
that you can say publicly.
To me, like, you're my dad, and I call you Pete, so I feel like that's a nickname.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. But none for Doug. I've never heard you have a name for Doug.
I don't know. Doug needs to give me something to give him a nickname for.
All right.
You know? I don't just pull these out of thin air, people.
Okay, there is thought given to it.
It's a creative process.
Mm-hmm. On the date book today, the town of Chicago was incorporated on this in 1833 at the time a population of 350. That was it. 1851, American inventor Isaac Singer patented the sewing machine, the Singer sewing machine. We told you Thomas Edison invented the phonograph, 1877. On this day in 1963, Stan Musial announced that he would retire at the end of the year. And on this day in 2013, Whitey Bulger was found guilty on 31 of 32 racketeering and firearms counts. Wonder if he bragged about the one he got off on. Yeah, but they didn't get me on this one.
Probably. I mean,
they got you on 31 others.
When you're when you're that kind of criminal.
Coming up today, what's the most basic thing that you don't know how to do? What is the most basic thing that you don't know how to do? Don't tell me, Florida. Story's coming up. Teachers, is it okay if a student falls asleep in your class? There is some new thinking about this. Maybe Mrs. Guy will weigh in. She's one of the best teachers around. And many parents are saying no to sleepovers. We'll get to those stories in just a bit. But first, who's checking in this morning?
Yes, let's see. I think me and Mrs. Guy have like ongoing beef.
Oh, do you?
She said Matthew is the poster boy of awkward. Now listen, here's the thing. I'm allowed to call myself awkward, but when other people call me awkward, it's hurtful. Okay, I have feelings. Okay, just like the rest of people. Just because I don't know how to, emote those feelings because I'm awkward doesn't mean I don't have them.
Oh, no, of course.
I have them up here. I just don't know how to make people see them.
We should have a Let's Love the Awkward Day.
Yeah. Where's the love for awkward people? Maybe that's the day I need to start.
Okay.
She also said, I say that I don't want to spread germs when asked to shake hands, in parentheses, that only if I were comfortable. Yeah, see, I would never be comfortable to decline a handshake.
Yeah.
To me, that
it was awkward.
It's right, but it feels rude.
Yeah.
And I never want to
weird.
seem rude. My own awkwardness probably seems rude.
Do you have times in your life when you hear like theme music in your head? It's like when his hand came out, I could hear the dramatic music build. Dun, dun,
it's like slow motion. Yeah, no. Sometimes.
Okay.
Let's see. Gary said, "Who remembers the foot taps during COVID?" Never did the foot taps. Did the elbows a lot. I've done that a lot.
Oh, foot tap. Yeah. No, yeah. I would fall, Gary.
That's a good point. I feel like many people would. I think I would fall, and I'm healthy.
I was more into elbows too.
Yeah, I think elbows were a quite common thing. I'm telling you though, why can't we normalize the awkward, like wave head nod, like the generic white guy?
Oh, you want the wave with the head? See, I go with the head.
Well, if you're
Heck
cool
no.
and not awkward, you'd probably just do the.
Oh, okay.
I feel like awkward people. If anyone else is anyone awkward? No one else admits that
I'm
they're
sure.
awkward like me.
Of course.
I feel like sometimes I over emote things because I feel like I typically under emote things. If that
Okay.
makes sense. So like
Yeah.
the wave, like I exaggerate waves sometimes. Like I'll walk in and just be like,
Hey.
totally unnecessary. I could just do the nod and be cool for once in my life, but no,
Yep.
I go
can
for
do
the
it.
awkward wave.
Yep.
Let's see. Charlie's going crazy. Trish must be somewhere. Gary said steak fries are gross. Agreed. Too much potato. They really are.
Okay.
And I don't.
All right.
The only time they've ever been okay is if the seasoning is spot on. If you got
Yes.
some really good seasoned fries, but other than that,
I would agree.
too much potato.
Yep.
Diane said, "Good day from." I don't know how to pronounce this. Tucumcari, New Mexico.
Okay.
That's my try.
Okay.
The land of enchantment. Oh.
Nice. She contacted. She sent us a post on Facebook yesterday. That yesterday morning she forgot the time change, so she came in just near the end of the show. So, but she caught up, I guess, on
That's
the.
the beauty of the show.
That's the
You can
podcast.
watch us
Yeah,
now, 50 years from now.
Yeah.
When I'm broke living on the street somewhere.
When I'm 64.
I think you'll be a little older than 64.
Okay.
Yeah.
But also, she's driving cross country, so that's where the podcast comes in handy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gail says you can't force giving someone a name. It just has to appear. Then you only need to recognize it. Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
All right.
It just happens. It
Can't
just
force
happens. She also said, Diane, enjoy. It's truly a land of enchantment. So get enchanted. And Mrs. Guy said, my apologies, Matthew. Thinks he is the poster boy for awkward. Yes, that's all right. We can have this ongoing beef. That's fine.
All right.
We'll just you can keep talking crap about me. I can take it.
We check the news on this Thursday morning. The community of Marshfield came together on Wednesday to honor the life of an 8-year-old boy who died of cancer. Hundreds of people lined the streets as dozens of police cruisers and motorcycles from Marshfield and other communities honored Danny Sheehan with a procession after his wake. Danny died shortly after midnight Sunday, more than 4.5 years after he was diagnosed with pineoblastoma, a rare and aggressive form of brain cancer. This is the boy that loved Aquaman so much, and is it Jason Momoa who played Aquaman?
Yes.
He actually called the boy, did FaceTime with him, and in fact, Jason was so touched with Danny that he announced he was dedicating Aquaman 2 to Danny Sheehan.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I never want to rush summer away, but Massachusetts-based Dunkin', or Dunkin' Donuts for those older than like me, announced yesterday their fall menu will launch on August 18th, earlier than ever before. The menu will feature new items such as a pumpkin cream cold brew, along with other signature selections such as pumpkin coffees, donuts, muffins, and munchkins. Starbucks has not yet announced when its fall lineup will start. Last year, they began serving pumpkin spice lattes August 25th. And I have to say, not a fan of pumpkin.
I've never really been a big fan.
I
will say, that doesn't surprise me, though, because that's like their best-selling time of the year.
Yeah. Right. Nearly 900 buildings have been destroyed by the Dixie Fire in California, making it the largest wildfire in state history. The fire broke out July 14th and had grown to an area of 762 square miles, and it is just 25% contained. The Dixie Fire, which is named for the road where it started, also threatened 14,000 buildings in more than a dozen small mountain and rural communities in Northern California. Your mom asked me the other day, does anybody know what started that fire? And I looked into it, and PG&E, Pacific Gas and Electric, has said that their systems may have caused. I guess what their electrical things are sparking or something, and that causes fires. So
I haven't heard the start of it. It's just it's really sad how like just normal wildfires are in California.
Yes.
Like it took so long to even hear about this one. I feel like.
True. Everybody
So it's
just accepts it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And an alcoholic version of Mountain Dew is in the works. Pepsi and Boston Beer Company are teaming up for the alcoholic version of the soft drink called Hard Mountain Dew, with mountain spelled MTN. The beverage will have blackberry and watermelon among its flavors and won't contain caffeine and sugar. The drink will have an alcohol by volume of 5%.
I'm pumped. I'll try.
Mountain Dew lovers.
Yeah.
The Red Sox explode for 20 runs last night. We'll talk about that. Finally, some good news for the Sox. We'll talk about that next. A story I couldn't decide whether it should go in entertainment or sports, so we kind of put it in the middle here. Celebrity chef Guy Fieri and Chevrolet are teaming up to create an apple pie hot dog for the Field of Dreams game tonight in Iowa. This apple pie hot dog. The snack features an all-beef hot dog wrapped in an apple pie crust with filling, bacon jam, and covered with apple mustard drizzle, apple pie spice, and brown sugar.
I'm good.
Yep. Oh, you're good.
I'll just take a hot dog.
Don't want one.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
It is an odd the reason is because, remember the Chevrolet commercial, baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I'm saying...
Guy Fieri said, what if I put that all together? So he did.
We just need to stop combining stuff that's not meant to be combined. That's my opinion on it.
I would agree with you.
Yeah.
The Field of Dreams game features the Yankees and White Sox at the famous field in Iowa. Actually, they built one next to it. It's at 7 o'clock tonight, and it's on Fox. Does that mean Joe Buck?
Oh, God.
Imagine Joe Buck's in Iowa. Huh? Actually, I don't get why people hate Joe Buck. I never have.
I don't really know.
He's
the hatred was sparked, and so now I just can't go back.
To me, he's a professional network announcer, and I appreciate his talent. But
As a Boston fan, you just have to hate him because he's very anti-Boston, and maybe not anymore, but he used to be for sure.
The funny thing is, he has addressed this in interviews, like he's been on with Howard Stern and stuff, and he says, "Whatever town I'm in, you think I hate you." Because he gets the same thing if he goes to L.A. He hates L.A. If he goes to... He's from St. Louis. I mean, if he's going to love anybody, he's going to love the Cardinals.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it's been the World Series against the Cardinals. But like Yankees games, it always feels like he's rooting for the Yankees. I don't know.
All right. Let's go to sports. Bobby Dalbec drove in a career-high 5 runs. Xander Bogaerts and Hunter Renfroe each had 4 RBIs. And the Red Sox routed the Tampa Bay Rays 20-8 Wednesday night. I said to Matt this morning, I said, do you think there was a lot of pent-up frustration by the players?
It was something. We pooped on them.
20-8. I wonder if I'm going to hear from Greg this morning. My friend Greg. He's the stadium announcer for the Tampa Bay Rays.
See, I don't think we really have a right to talk yet.
It
was one great game. But like the Blue Jays have blown us out from time to time. So, I mean, it happens. We'll see.
The Red Sox moved to within 4 games of the East-leading Rays with their highest-scoring game since 2015. So, good for the Sox.
Now let's keep it up.
Yeah, but what usually happens after this blowout, am I wrong? They have a blowout, and then the next day they lose 1-0.
We'll see.
We'll see. All the offense was used up the night before.
I'm hoping it's one of the rare cases where this happens and it's the momentum moving forward.
Yeah.
I don't need to beat teams 20-8 every night. I just want to beat them every night.
Day game today, I think it starts at 4:10 for the Sox and Rays. And Tony Esposito, a Hall of Fame goaltender for the Chicago Blackhawks for 15 seasons, died Tuesday. He was 78. Esposito was elected to the Hockey Hall of Fame in 1988. He was the brother of Phil Esposito, who played for the Bruins. Jeopardy announces their new host, and they gave us not 1 but 2 names. That's next. But first, let's get to the story about parents saying no to sleepovers. Parents resist sleepovers for a variety of reasons, including cultural differences and fears of abuse. To which I say, wow, really? Is that? I'm horrified that's happening if it is. Child development experts say sleepovers can be an important developmental step for children, helping them navigate independence, practice flexibility, and gain exposure to different family cultures. They add that parents who feel sleepovers are not right for their family should consider alternate opportunities for their children to practice adaptability. What do you think? I don't remember you having a lot of sleep. I mean, we'd have the guys over here for your birthday.
What are you talking about?
Sleepovers.
I used to sleep over all the time.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry. Brain fart.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
what?
Must have
I was
been,
like, there weren't many weekends I was here. What are you talking about?
must have been another kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it was another, but
He doesn't remember my life. That's what we've learned here.
It's all
No,
a blur.
I think the parents are a little salty they weren't invited, I think is what it was. Or maybe
maybe.
they didn't have sleepovers as a kid. They're like, you know what? Not going to happen. No, I don't know. I haven't heard that. That's crazy.
Why don't we have adult sleepovers? I mean, that'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Don't you? It's called getting too drunk at somebody's house and you can't drive home. Like, isn't that?
I guess
a thing?
I guess that's what it is.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Isn't that a sleepover? That's the adult version of a sleepover.
But I can see, if you're really going to analyze sleepovers, I can see that there are benefits, the adaptability, I think, is key because you go to someone's house, they have different rules,
Well, I think just if you want to take this on like a super broad scale, just like getting out and sleepovers are a big one because you do get to see like other families and other parents and other, adult figures because a lot of the times, if you have a good life at home, that's great. You learn a lot of great things. But also if like your parents are scumbags, and that's all. I'm not talking about you guys. This isn't about my life, but then that's all and you kind of absorb that. So it's good to get out, maybe see what else, if you can look up to somebody else, maybe.
That's
find
cool.
those people.
That's rather deep, Matthew.
Yeah.
Rather deep.
Just saying.
All right. Entertainment news this morning. Are two game show hosts better than one? Jeopardy's about to find out. The long-running game show announced its new host yesterday, a vacancy, of course, left by the death of Alice Trebek. Jeopardy's executive producer Mike Richards and actress Mayim Bialik will each have specific roles. Richards will lead the daily episodes of Jeopardy, and Bialik, do I say her name right?
Okay. For some guy that's like, all you got to do is say it confident, say it quick, no one's going to question you. My name's Pete. I've been doing this for years. You always look at me, you're like, am I saying this right? You're giving away the thing that you preach to everybody.
Yeah, but
because now everyone out there
but she's
didn't
known.
think you were saying it wrong, but now they're like,
But
I wonder if he's saying it wrong.
Wait a minute. She's known, so I'm just checking this, people...
My thing about actors is, and let me start this by saying I love her. I love Big Bang Theory. Big fan. Big fan. But I feel like unless you're a super fan or you're a super huge actor or actress,
Right.
people probably don't know how to, people might not know your name and probably don't know how to pronounce your name.
Yeah.
That's just my take on actors. No offense.
Mayim is going to host special primetime episodes of Jeopardy and spin-off series, which
Well, it's
is
probably
intriguing.
because I would think that I know she took time away from acting because she started a family. She actually started a YouTube channel, which is kind of cool. But yeah, so I would think maybe she's going to do other acting. Maybe that's why she doesn't have the daily gig.
Lock-in, yeah.
Yeah.
This will start in September with the launch of Jeopardy's season number 38. And rumor has it, I heard that in my head too.
Yep.
Jennifer Aniston and David Schwimmer could soon be a couple. Ooh. Sources say the Friends co-stars have grown close again after the show's 25th anniversary special, and they've been spending time together at her home in Los Angeles. After the reunion, it became clear that reminiscing over the past had stirred up feelings for both of them, and that chemistry that they had always had to bury was still there.
I mean, we need this, right? We need this as a society. We need a good thing like this.
Yeah, we do need something
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
We need this, and we need Free Britney. That's what we need. That's what we need as a society.
Okay.
We need both of those.
If we got that,
And then I think we can salvage this. If not, we're going straight into the ground.
that would be a good turnaround.
Yeah.
That would be
I
a good
think those two
turnaround.
things could solve global warming. I'm
Do
not
you
sure.
really?
I'm not sure how. I'm not
yeah.
sure of the logistics of it. But I think if there's anyone that can get everyone to drive an electric car, it's Ross and Rachel and Brittany.
There you go.
Yes.
That would do it.
Yeah.
Time for a semi-regular feature called Don't Tell Me, Florida.
Shout out to the Florida people.
Yeah, and this comes about because all these weird stories, you look, and it seems to be happening in Florida. A Florida man tried to sell a house that he didn't even own. The real owner of the Winter Park, Florida home was staying at his second property when he got a call from the caretakers. Their key, which was provided by the owner, would not work. A few days later, the caretakers found a realtor's lockbox outside the house with new keys. The owner returned to Florida and checked his surveillance footage, which showed an unidentified man and woman walking through his home. A few days later, a photographer showed up to take some promotional photos of the home. Then a real estate agent joined the party, claiming that she had been authorized to sell the house on the homeowner's behalf. That's when the actual homeowner called police.
I mean, it's sad how far this got, right? Like,
yeah,
it's sad how this actually almost happened. Like, how does that even
they almost
go
sold
about? Yeah, how do you?
If the caretaker hadn't called,
Yeah,
it would have been sold.
it's just so the loopholes in life, you know, like. Apparently, you can sell somebody's house as long as they're not paying attention.
I guess, yeah. The Winter Park Police Department has opened an investigation, but it is unclear if they have any leads yet.
Justin said, this segment fills me with joy knowing that I'm moving to Florida for 4 years.
That's right.
Hey, no, I have a theory, though. I have a theory. We say that these stories come because the people in Florida are just crazy, right? What if journalism is just really good in Florida? Like, what if it's just that much better than what if these people are everywhere?
These stories are happening
but
everywhere.
the journalism is so good in Florida that they're always on top of it.
There you go.
So why don't we spin this and shout out to the journalists?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. And a Florida woman who police say stole a car during a test drive is now behind bars. Clearwater police, and didn't Diane, who lived in Florida for a few years, didn't she say recently, oh yeah, Clearwater?
Yep.
They're crazy.
Yep.
Clearwater police arrested the 43-year-old woman on charges of grand theft auto and scheming to defraud. She took a 2018 Honda Accord out for a test drive and never came back.
I mean, we've all wondered it, right? Or am I just a sick person? Like, I went to test drive, I don't know, a couple years ago, me and Trish went to look at some cars. And, like, we went for one test drive, and the guy was with us. And then we went for the second test drive, and he was like, you guys can just take it. You know the route now. And, I mean, you think about it, right?
Maybe,
you're like, what would happen if I just, like, left? I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
But, like, what would happen? How do they know?
Maybe he was scoping you out, and he went on the first test drive to see, are they trustworthy? Are they good people? But how would he know, you know?
Maybe I'm just a good actor.
Yeah. Authorities recovered the stolen car a few days later after they smothered social media with photos of the woman. By the time she was arrested, she had changed her appearance by coloring her hair.
I love that.
So she's into this.
Yeah.
She's up doing it right.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if it was bleach blonde. I feel like in all the movies, whenever a criminal dyes their hair, it's to bleach blonde.
Bleach blonde?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was.
Maybe.
We need information.
I don't have pictures.
Journalism, just not good in Florida. It's just not.
Did you want to? Is anyone checking in before I move on here?
Let's see. Justin said hot dogs are already hit or miss. I don't know about that in regards to the apple pie hot dog.
Yeah.
I like hot dogs. I'm a big fan.
I do too.
Especially ballpark hot dogs. Because you want
yeah.
to know why? Because ballpark hot dogs, 99% of the time, are steamed.
Oh yeah.
And steamed
They
hot
are.
dogs are the best.
Steamed hot dogs.
We've
rule.
gone over this already.
I
people.
agree.
Let's see if I missed anything. Oh, Mrs. Guy said, Pete, you are very kind to speak so highly of me. Tidbit to share, Mrs. Guy has had both Pete and Priscilla, a.k.a. Trish, as a guest in her room. I bet that is a one-off. I just like how everyone just goes with the Trish thing.
My name's not Trish.
I'm contractually obligated to play that whenever I say Trish.
Yes, you are. Yeah.
But that's funny.
All right. Thank you. Our question this morning is, what's the most basic thing you don't know how to do?
Interact with human beings.
Okay, there's one.
Yeah.
The first one on the list is somebody said, I can't tie a tie, which is very common. Very common.
I know the process of tying a tie. It will take me about 12 tries to get the length correct.
Yeah, it's tough.
That's my thing. Like, I know how to do it, but I've never been able to get the length
And
right.
how many people have gone to YouTube now to find out how to tie a tie?
No shame in that.
Yeah, and I love those stories. We've had stories where it's prom time or whatever, and like a police officer, will just be, come here, let me tie that for you.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody helps you tie it.
Do you know how to tie a bow tie?
I do not.
I don't either.
So
I've always had like the pre-tied bow ties, like
Yes.
the one that you just clip.
Yeah. But
yeah.
don't we have a story? Isn't there a story about Doug was going to some event where he wanted to wear a tie, and I was out of town. So did we call the neighbor or something? I'll have to.
I once used YouTube because you were out of town. Maybe
Okay, maybe
it was
that's
me.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I used
that's it.
YouTube one time. Yeah.
Someone, I can't believe this. Someone said, I'm constantly mixing up left from right when people are driving and I'm giving directions. I now just point to the direction instead of saying left or right.
Yeah,
So-
it does kind of amaze me how much people struggle with the left and the right thing.
I just can't relate to that. And I mean, you can just go, that makes an L, so that's my left hand.
But
you
even
know?
that, like, I don't know. Does anyone still struggle with their left and rights? I just feel like it's such a like you're always using left and right. Like, how do you not memorize that by now?
I remember on one of Cat's softball teams, we had a shortstop, and from the dugout, the coach would yell, "All right, 2 steps to your right."
Yeah, your
other right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will say though, well, that was good because it's your right. But it's always funny when like someone's describing something and you're facing each other. You know? Like 2 steps
My
to the
right or your
My
right.
right or your right. We're staring at each other. Like I feel like for some reason baseball is always like that. But anyways, what else we got?
We're looking at the most basic things you don't know how to do. I can't drive a stick. Same here.
I can't do that either.
Can't do it.
I actually, funny enough, just saw a comedy bit last night on TikTok about it, and it's like I'm sorry, I don't want to do all of this while I'm driving. Like, let's go for a leisurely drive. Oh, and you got to get the leg in there. Like, and it's so. I mean, this day and age, who gives a crap, man? We got an automatic cars.
And isn't it crazy? Isn't it more difficult? Like if you're on a hill, doesn't that really mess up your? Like
Yes.
if you're at a light or something. I don't know. Isn't it manual cars that if you're at a light, they'll roll back before they?
I think so.
Get the guys some room.
I don't. It's just. It's just the people that like need to prove that they're like better than you. They're you can't drive a stick, Pete. Jesus Christ.
What's
oh my
the
God.
benefit? Those of you that prefer a stick? Why? What's the benefit?
To feel like you're a superior human being. That's all I have.
That's what you go with.
There's automatic cars. Really, no need anymore. I'm sorry. I apologize.
This person also wrote. Actually, it's a lot of car stuff they can't do. Changing tires, which I can do. Changing oil.
Never done that.
I've never done that. I take it somewhere.
Doug does that.
Yeah, Doug
Yeah.
changes his. Yeah. Changing brake lights.
I've done that.
Yep, I've done that with you. I think.
I've had many frustrating bouts with headlights and taillights where I think I could build one from scratch with like duct tape and bubble gum.
This person says the most complicated things I can do with my car: fill it up with gas and wash it. That's about it.
Okay. Interesting.
Someone else commented, what's the most basic thing you don't know how to do? Make pancakes. In fact, I suck at cooking. All right.
I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to rash on any chefs out there, like Dana, but I feel like with YouTube, I could cook just about anything.
Yeah.
It's more of a case of like I just haven't had the need yet.
You're always telling me, did you go to YouTube? Did you see?
You always just walk to me, and this is why.
Here it comes.
You know, I love my siblings. I love them dearly, but y'all left me alone with 2 old people when I have to do everything now.
Wait a minute.
Everything.
You don't do it.
You got Galaxy earbuds.
Yes.
From Sarah.
Yes.
Matt, I don't know how to connect them. Can you help me connect them?
I have them.
I give it my rough. Okay, go ahead.
I have them connected to my tablet, but I can't connect them to my phone yet.
I give it my off the top of the head idea thing. Okay, have you tried this? Yeah, it's not working. Okay. Have you gone to YouTube?
Yeah.
No. What am I supposed to do on YouTube? I'm not trying to watch a cat video, man. I'm trying to connect my AirPods.
But we just don't go to YouTube. It's not part of our normal routine, I don't
should
think,
be.
at our age.
This
you know?
this should be the step of troubleshooting. It should be you try and figure it out.
Try it.
When you can't.
Yeah.
Call the owner of the item, of the person that gave them to you, first off.
Call
I don't know
Sarah.
why. Yeah, I don't know why
call
it's my
Sarah.
problem.
Yeah.
And then it should be, oh, well, let me ask Matt and see if he has, right off the bat. But I
Okay.
didn't know. I don't know what this, Galaxy earbuds are weird.
Right.
Then it should be, go to YouTube. See, there's a step-by-step tutorial on everything.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of something random off the top of my head. I bet you there's a video on how to cut the grass. I guarantee
I'm
it.
sure, yeah,
I guarantee
probably.
it. Look it up, how to cut the grass. There's
Yep.
probably 18 dads that are proving that they know how to cut the grass by teaching you how to. So there's a solution for everything.
Okay.
Yet what you want to do is ask me to figure it out. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go on YouTube, look up a tutorial, figure it out, and then tell you how to do it.
I don't think I'm asking you to figure it out. I'm asking you if you know.
No, I told you I didn't. Yet you
Okay,
keep
then.
asking me.
No, I don't. Do I?
You've asked me at least 3 times.
Oh,
And then I gave you my little YouTube thing, and I think you
Well,
got mad.
pardon me.
I'm just, old people are great. You guys are cute.
We're not that old.
But I feel like you're not the best at troubleshooting things. Like I feel like my generation is better at figuring things out. I'm sorry to say it,
All right.
but I feel like that's the truth.
But would you say, friends that are my age, would you say
Everybody watching the show besides Justin.
would you say that we used to have to figure it out by either asking a friend or trial and error? We didn't have YouTube. So
then why don't you use it? It's great. You should, if anything, you should be ecstatic that you have this at your fingertips. Because you know how frustrating it was when you were slumming it as a child.
Am I wrong, or is anybody else like this? I was like, when I say, "Am I wrong?" There's a voice in my head that says, "Yes."
Yes. Well, that's like Trish needed me to print out PowerPoint slides. Like, you shouldn't even need a YouTube tutorial for that. And I had to stop what I was doing to come downstairs to hit file print. Like, I don't think that's okay. And for my siblings that left me alone, screw you. Because you all left, and now I have to deal with everything.
Yeah, you poor devil.
Yeah.
Poor devil.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know. I honestly don't think I can move out. I think you and Trish would just sit in the living room with, like, no electronics and candles going, I just can't figure it out. What are we going to do? I never realized how important Matt was to holding this family together. It's gonna be hilarious when I move out 60 years from now.
No, in the chemistry of show, there's no way I can go back to the bit. We just topped it.
What was the bit?
I don't know.
I don't even
We're
know.
out here.
Oh, basic things.
Yeah, basic things. Basic things
Anyways,
you can't
just
do.
to close this up.
Yeah.
Just YouTube might be the single greatest and also single worst invention of all time.
All right.
Just use it for what it's great for.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Look
Thank
up
you.
tutorials on anything. I have no idea what's going on in the chat. I've just been rambling.
So someone says,
I forgot we were on camera. I thought we were just having a fight.
because it's still normal.
Yeah.
What's the most basic thing you don't know how to do? Somebody said, my spaghetti caught fire as I was boiling it once. I refused to make specaghetti again.
Did you substitute gasoline for water? Like, I don't really know how that's possible.
How did your spaghetti catch fire?
I've a lot of questions.
And
was there like oil on the bottom of the pan that you didn't know? How does water catch fire?
Yeah.
I don't.
Maybe it all
lost.
boiled out. Maybe all the water boiled out.
But that wouldn't start a fire, would it?
I don't.
It does kind of amaze me though that when water spills out of a pan, the flame gets bigger. I don't really. There's probably a good definition. I don't want it. Nobody give me the science.
Yeah.
I would like to continue to wonder.
Somebody else said, pump my own gas. I can't imagine that this day and age you don't know how to pump your own gas.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
Obviously,
really know.
maybe mom or dad always did it, and now you're a young driver. You've never done it?
I did have a friend who used to have like someone would always have to go with her to pump gas. I hope that's not still a thing. We haven't talked in a while, but I hope that's not a thing. I just don't really get how you can't learn that.
Yeah.
What if you run out of gas and nobody's with you?
I know. I mean, what are you going to do?
Excuse me, sir. I know we've never met, but can you help me?
Help me.
I don't know how to pump gas, and I've been sitting on the side of the road for 3 months now.
And don't most of the pumps, like, walk you through it? I mean, the little digital things that lift.
Yeah.
Lift this nozzle in car, pay first or whatever. I don't know.
Now, what's the thing about the little kickstand? We don't. Massachusetts, is that
Yeah.
That's
because
we go other places and people have the kickstand, and I feel like such an idiot because I still stand there, just force a habit. I'm
Virginia
just there,
has it.
just looking around, and everyone's like, I don't know,
In Massachusetts,
doing their taxes, feeding their dog, playing baseball while their car's gassing up.
your mother and I joke around that Massachusetts doesn't trust us to be able to turn it off when we're done.
You know, it's
because the whole idea is it's going to overflow. You're going to have a mess. So
Wait, it doesn't stop automatically when you have the kickstand out?
I think it does.
Oh,
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
it does. It does.
Well, if it's not trusting us, which is it's probably smart. That's probably a good thing. But we should probably make it a nationwide thing, right? Like I don't. Massachusetts is probably above other places, so I would
not
think that
everyone will agree with you on that.
in certain things. I mean, I'm not saying we're like flawless human beings. Trust me, we're not. I live here, but I don't know. I feel like if you can't trust us, you probably can't trust other places too.
Any comments
We
on...
should just remove the kickstand.
Any comments on your YouTube rant?
Is it called a kickstand? I don't know.
I liked how you called it, though. It's the automatic...
It's a kickstand, is it not?
Yeah.
Let's see. Peter Guy says, I agree. Steamed hot dogs are the best.
Yep.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen to that. Lori said, go see Brad at Main Street Formals. My son will teach you how to tie a tie, LOL, very easily, and he can show you a bow tie. All right, maybe that needs to be a thing.
Yeah, let's do that.
I don't really wear bow ties. I don't really wear ties much, but I feel like I need to know how to tie a bow tie. It's a skill I want to have for no reason.
I don't wear one much either, and I've told you about this before, that maybe we should get Brad or Rob from Main Street Formals on the show, because I'm in a situation where I love suits, but this is my day. You know, I have
Maybe we should just start wearing suits every day.
You want to do that every morning?
Not in the summer. It's too hot in
Yeah,
here.
it's too warm in here.
All we have is a fan in here. Can't do it.
Yeah.
Maybe in the winter.
But I don't, and I used to wear a suit to church because, one, Mom always taught me to dress up for church, you know, but and two, I didn't have any other place to wear my suits. But after being down in Virginia, where church is casual and laid back, I'm ready to go like this, you know. So we'll have to talk to Rob and Brad. What do you do when you love suits, but you have no place to wear them to?
You get a job at Main Street Formals.
There you go.
Wear a suit every day.
They are looking sharp every day.
Yeah. That must be. I wonder if there's ever a day where they just want to wear sweatpants, you know? They can't. They can't. That would be terrible for the brand. You know?
True.
But I wonder if they wake up and they're like, you know what? I really just want to wear slippers today. That's a tough.
I wonder if they have...
We don't talk about the sacrifices they make.
Yeah. No casual Fridays for those guys.
Maybe they go no tie, unbuttoned shirt.
Maybe.
That's their
That
casual
could be
Friday.
casual. Yeah.
That's their casual Friday. Let's see. Paul says 2 ways to tie a tie. One is easy, other is difficult. Yeah, that would be the easy one would be having somebody else do it, and the difficult one would be actually doing it yourself.
I only know 2 knots.
I only know one.
The Windsor and the double Windsor. I taught you the...
How about all those crazy ones you see on the internet? Where it's
yeah.
50 of them tucked in there. Yeah. I don't know.
I taught you...
That's just a waste of time.
I taught you...
It's a waste of tie.
I taught you the... That one...
I'm just so mad because I thought of it after I said waste of time. So it ruined it. Anyways, what were you saying?
I taught you the Windsor.
Yes.
The half Windsor.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very tough to get it even, though. You got to be quite skilled to get it very symmetrical. And the length, man, I can never get the length.
Oh, that's tough.
At least 8 times.
And that's a learned habit, I think. You only get to a point. But still, after how many years have I worn a tie? Maybe 30, 35? I still have times when I goof up the length. So
yeah. I mean, it's also because I never really wear ties.
Yeah.
Also, what is the right length? Because I feel like above your belt buckle, you look like, I don't know.
Gentlemen,
a nerd.
We should ask Brad.
I feel like
Rob.
it's like, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. We need to get them on a show.
I always felt that it should touch your belt.
Yeah.
The point of the tie should touch your... Attention, Donald Trump. The point of your tie should touch your belt.
I feel like maybe halfway down your belt buckle.
Yeah. You're right, though. We should get...
That's my inexperienced and unqualified advice.
Let's put that... Make a note. That would be me. I make the notes. We should have Rob or Brad or both on the show.
Brad, if you're watching, hit us up.
I know Brad's mom is.
Well, let's make it happen.
All right.
All right, let's see. Gail said, my mama rarely got left and right correct. She would point to her left and say, go right. I occasionally do that. Yeah, I don't know. Just... I feel like I remember as a kid, like, really mixing them up and having to do this. But I don't know. I just feel like you do it enough.
What I used to do
left is obviously this way.
I knew that I was right-handed. I
pointed to the right. Killing it today. Anyways.
You are. When I was a kid, I was always, I write with my right hand, so this is my left hand,
See, I can't really do that because then it's like I write with my right hand, but I bat left-handed. I play hockey left-handed. I golf left-handed.
Yeah.
Are we golfing next week? I kind of want to golf.
Left-handed.
Yes.
You know how much fun it was to find kids clubs for a left-hander?
Hoi. We did, though.
We
found a very cute 5-piece set. It was yellow and navy blue. Now I think we still have it for some reason. The putter's like this big.
I'm being treated for tendinitis, but I asked the doctor, and he said, I said, my boys want to play golf. He said, when? I said, next week. Oh, you'll be fine. I'm like, but it's I'm in the middle of the tree bed.
And if you end up not being fine, just chill in the car.
Yeah.
And just drive us around.
There you go.
That's what it is. Let's see.
Checking the past chats
I'm
here.
getting behind here.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We got a lot.
That's okay.
Let's see. Justin, I learn everything on YouTube. Literally.
Yeah.
Everything I ever do. This whole show,
Put together by YouTube.
Because I see some people are salty with me. Let's see what I got here.
Who's salty?
Gail said, watch it, Matthew. Hey. The reason the show exists is because of YouTube. I'll tell you right now, it's not my accounting degree, okay? It's not my accounting degree that I got from college, okay? It was free information that I got off YouTube. Yeah, I'm convinced you could probably learn brain surgery on YouTube. There's probably a channel for that.
I have told people...
I wouldn't trust it.
Yeah.
But
I have told people that are going to have knee surgery, hip surgery, don't watch the videos. You don't need that. Because, a lot of... just a normal person watching an operation go, oh, they're going to do that to me?
Yeah, no, I would not want to watch
You don't want to know
that.
what they're doing. You're asleep for that part for a reason.
Definitely not. Gail said, my dad had me show him that I could change a tire before I was allowed to get my license. Smart man. That is a smart man.
It is.
And guess what? There's probably a YouTube video. No, there's definitely a YouTube video.
No, there is. I've seen it, yeah.
Lori says, there's a video on how to create stripes in your lawn while cutting grass. I YouTube everything I cannot figure out. Exactly. It's just... And I should probably look that up. I've never put... Well, no, it wouldn't work in our yard.
No.
Our house sits crooked on the plot.
It does.
Land.
It does.
So the stripes... There would be too many room... There would be too much room for error. It would look terrible.
It's like the land goes this way and the house goes that way.
It's cutting the grass is the most stressful thing in the world.
You can't line it up.
No.
No.
There's no easy way to do it. Let's see here. Lori said, we did ask a parent or a relative or friend. Now I YouTube it.
Yeah. See, she's talking about...
I'm just salty because I'm the relative that gets asked all the time. I have no freedom. I have no peace.
Priscilla, don't ask Matt anything anymore.
I told you, 8 to 9:15.
We talk.
And then I spend the rest of the day alone. Let's see.
I text him. Supper's ready.
Peter Guy. Yes, Pete, he is wrong. They don't troubleshoot. They just use YouTube. That is not troubleshooting. That is troubleshooting. Troubleshooting is figuring out the problem in the best way possible, and that is YouTube.
YouTube.
That is YouTube. Okay. Yeah. Do you want name a thing? I'll figure it out on YouTube. I fully believe. The whole you can be anything when you grow up. I genuinely believe that because of YouTube.
All right. How can I want you to build your own house?
I could YouTube it. I don't want to, just because that's not really something I would like to spend my time doing. I bet Doug could learn how to build an entire house off of YouTube.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Because I
wouldn't doubt it.
I don't have him on the phone right now, but I would guarantee a lot of the stuff he builds, he is, 1, inspired, and 2, probably learns it from YouTube.
All right.
Guarantee it.
All right.
So I would argue that is troubleshooting. Gail said, love YouTube for learning. It's the best. It's free, and it's just amazing. Like the things, I genuinely believe you could get a college degree from the information on YouTube. But before you go dropping out of college, all you young cats that are watching the show, a lot of it is wrong, and it's all about sifting through the bad videos to find the good ones. You can learn anything you want if you have the ability to, 1, search for what you need to find. That's the hardest part, is to know exactly how to word the question of what you're trying to do. Right. Cutting the grass is easy, but when you're trying to EQ a vocal on a song, you need to know what to search. So that's the skill, and sifting through the bad ones to find the good videos.
Okay.
So let's see. Dana said, we have newbies that don't know how to start an ambulance.
They don't know how to start it?
First off, I don't know if it's exactly like starting a car. I would think no, it's probably slightly different. But I feel like that's probably the first thing they should teach you, right? Mm-hmm. You can't save a life if you can't drive there,
get there,
right?
Yeah, yeah.
But I will say that you could probably look that up on YouTube. That's all I'm saying. Gary said, guess that person will need to move to New Jersey. Is that...
Which person?
The gas person. Can't pump your own gas.
Yep.
That's true. It always bugs you guys when we gas up in New Jersey.
Yeah,
you guys have always gassed up.
We're
yourselves.
so used to getting out of the car, but when we're on the Jersey turn, so it's the whole state, I guess. Mm. The guy has to come and do it for you. Then it's like, anybody got any ones? Because I gotta give him a tip, And how much do you tip?
And that's the other thing. Shout out to my siblings who are never there on these road trips. For some reason, they never have tip money. I always pay the tips.
I have to. No, I have ones.
Every time, it's always Trish in the driver's seat. Does anyone have cash? Who has cash? And Matt in the back seat has to pull out his big wad of ones.
Well, you
Probably
don't
like
always
4
have
of them.
cash either.
That's my net worth. What?
You don't always have cash on you either.
Always.
Oh, yeah?
I don't use it, but I always have
You always
some.
have some?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Great. I'm going to get jumped now.
How much money do you
The
tip?
focus on this camera is struggling today. Yeah.
When you tip a gas station
what's the rule at
attendant,
gas stations?
I mean, it's not 20% of the gas. I mean, I ain't doing that.
No, it's not even 10. Maybe 10. I don't know. It depends on the gas tank. But
I
don't know. That's weird.
I usually give the guy, am I wrong? I give the guy $2 or $3, but your siblings will give $1.
Which siblings? I've
know.
always saw 2 or 3.
Have you really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't drive with Sarah and Doug frequently because typically I'm driving to their house.
Somebody I was with just gave $1. I was like, and I didn't have any more.
Maybe that was all they had.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
Because sometimes if that's all Trisha has, that's what she'll do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all about what you have.
I did
Don't
have
go
one.
throwing my. I'm allowed to throw my siblings under the bus. Not you, Jesus.
No, I only brought them into the. Helped bring them into the world.
Come on now.
Yeah. All right, I have one more story I wanted to get to, unless you have more comments you want to read.
Yeah, we can do that first.
Okay. And because I would love to get Mrs. Guy's intake on this. You know the image from TV and movies, the delinquent, the defiant student slumped over his desk, fast asleep in class. Some teachers today are making waves on social media for letting their students sleep in class, arguing that sleeping isn't always the mark of a lazy, disrespectful student, and instead it could be an indicator of more serious health issues at play. A TikTok user by the name of @BCholoman garnered 7.4 million likes for a video he posted about cutting students some slack when it comes to sleep. He says, sometimes the nicest thing a teacher can do for a student is let them come in, lay their head down, and go to sleep. Life can be hard, and we all need some grace. The user @ms.old says she also lets her students sleep in class sometimes. She believes if a student takes a nap in the morning, they tend to be more refreshed for the rest of the day, less likely to have attitude problems, and more likely to be motivated to do the next activity. Experts say sleeping in class could be a sign something more serious is going on. For example, a psychologist says sleep issues a red flag for depression. And another expert says stress and anxiety may play a role, since both can affect sleep. I don't know, though.
I do have what Mrs. Guy said here.
Oh, okay.
She said, I always let them sleep. I will send a message to caregivers after the second incident because they may not know that their cherub is staying up too late. I like that. I think that's a good strap.
Okay. I was wondering because back in my day, I mean, the teacher would, slap a book or a ruler on the desk, and you suddenly go,
yeah.
Hey, no falling asleep in class.
That was also when they would hit you with rulers, right? Like, wasn't that allowed at one
point? Wasn't that thing the nuns used to do that at Catholic school? But no, I was interested. So she would let them sleep.
Yeah.
And then after the second incident, let their caretaker know there's an issue?
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Cool. If they're sleeping all the time, that's probably an issue.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
If they're sleeping for, the entire day, it's probably an issue. But, if every now and then they fall asleep, there's probably a reason. I think all those reasons are valid. Depression, anxiety, stress. Look at the world we live in.
Yeah. So school's come a long way from back when I was there.
Also, in the grand scheme of things, missing, one lesson because you sleep through it's not that important. I think we stress, everything. If they need that 1 hour of sleep is probably more valuable than whatever lesson they're being taught. I mean, that's the truth of it.
Yeah.
So,
how about in college? Do kids fall asleep in class in college?
Yeah, but I have a different theory in college. In college, it's funny because in high school they're always like, they're not going to hold your hand in college. This is all on you in college. They're not going to hold your hand.
Yes.
They hold your hand.
Oh, do they?
They hold your hand and drag you along. It's not like this nice, gentle, come on, sweetie, do your homework, please. It's like this, yo, bitch, let's go.
If you don't do this, you ain't going to get anywhere.
But the thing that bugs me about college is it's everyone paying. It's the students paying to be there, maybe the parents, but they're paying to be there.
Right.
Who gives a crap what they do? It's their own detriment if they fall asleep in class.
Because
if you fall asleep in class, chances are you're not going to pass the class.
Yeah.
And guess what? They'll take it again, and maybe they'll learn from their mistake. But teachers that are like, don't go on your phones in class. It's like, we're paying to be here. I'm just going to, check whatever. If I don't think, I feel like college should be more up to the person. You'll get what you want to get out of college.
Did they give you a hard time if you are on your phone? Yeah.
And that's another thing. All throughout middle school, high school, they're like, yo, college is so sick. You get to have your laptop out and your phone. You get to bring breakfast and coffee. And there's, you can sleep in class, whatever. Like, it's so laid back that they don't hold your hand. You get there, it's literally like elementary school all over again. They're like, no phones, spit your gum out. And it's like, how is my gum affecting anybody? Like, I don't chew that loud. Like, what? No, and this could just be the luck of the draw. I just had the worst professors, but I thought it was way more strict than everyone makes it out to be.
I did see a TikTok video the other day with, I guess it was someone in college, a teacher, professor, whatever, was giving some advice to new students. Mm-hmm. And one of the stories or one of the points of advice was don't miss a class, because if you're going to be way behind. If you miss just one class.
And see, I think that's true, but at the same time, again, I think it's up to the kid, You are going to miss a lot. Like, you're going to miss what's going on, but that's their responsibility. If they want to miss class, they want to miss class. Yeah. Maybe something's more valuable outside of class than your class.
All right.
The world doesn't revolve around this professor's class. That's the thing about college, too. They think, like, their class is the end-all, be-all.
And you should pay attention to every word I say.
Yes. Like, they assigned you pounds of homework, and they're like, as if they think that, like, that's all you have to do. That's my favorite. Like, I think I've told this story before, but Justin, who's in the chat, he had a professor that would have a class and then assign a quiz right after the class that was due at 5 p.m. that day. And it's like,
what?
Kids work.
Yes.
They have jobs, They have other classes. You can't. They're unrealistic. They're salty.
Yeah.
Anyways. Speaking of salty, I'm having a fight with the guys over here.
With who?
The guys? Peter Guy says, wrong, you are not figuring it out. Someone else is doing the troubleshooting and then telling you how. I was a mechanic for over 20 years, and my specialty was troubleshooting. Other mechanics would come to me to troubleshoot the problems they couldn't figure out. I will say that I'm not talking about fixing cars. Maybe YouTube. YouTube can help with some things, but I would assume that troubleshooting with cars is definitely a mechanic thing. I don't think I could do that. But I would argue that it's still troubleshooting, because this is the thing about YouTube. And I'll bring you through the process of this show specifically.
Okay.
This new device right here switches the cameras. There's a million buttons on this thing.
Yep.
And I need to figure out how to make this do exactly what I want. So I can look up any tutorial in the world, and they'll tell me different things, and I can try them, and now that's not what I'm looking for. And I try a different thing. So I think, personally, that's troubleshooting. And maybe it's just... I've only experienced it with audio and video equipment and computers, but I argue that's troubleshooting.
And I would argue that you're both right. That Peter's situation being a troubleshooter with automotive, that's a thing. That's how you do
100%. And I feel like that's different and more difficult and challenging than what I'm doing. But I would argue that YouTube is still troubleshooting. And
again, as you said, it depends on how you type in the question. Mm-hmm. If Peter's working on a car, how can you type in, it's making this kind of noise? How can you type that in?
Yeah.
So these guys, they have to troubleshoot it to find out what to Google, really, if they were going, or what to YouTube if they were going to do that.
Yep. Gail said troubleshooting is looking for a solution. There are many ways to do that. I agree. I agree.
All right.
I think, Peter, if you gave me a car, I would have no idea what to do. And if I gave you this soundboard, I don't know. I don't know your history, but...
This soundboard has all these... I have never understood this stuff. I'm sure, in your recording career that you have going on, or your hobby, that maybe there's so many buttons on that. I have no idea what they all do.
Well, first off, most of them are knobs. Not buttons.
Okay,
maybe that's the problem.
Maybe that's the problem.
You've been trying to push them. They actually spin. That's the issue.
They don't put. Damn it!
They don't push.
It doesn't work.
No. There's probably like 3 buttons on.
No, but what is it? What are they all for? Equalization and
one is compression. So that means it brings like the really loud stuff a little bit lower and kind of makes an equal, like audio wave. EQ is going to be like the lows. Like, hold on, let me see. I hope this doesn't sound crap. So like the lows are way up on this one. Oh yeah,
that's cool.
Swing low.
Oh, but that's only on your mic. You're doing that. So he's got like 5 of those he can choose from.
I can do it on yours as well. I'm not going to do it. And then so there's the lows, the mids, the highs. So I can make my voice really high. Hello, this sounds like I'm talking on the phone. This is like the telephone effect. Hi, first-time listener,
Now-
long-time caller. That's not how it goes.
You learned this all on YouTube, probably, right?
Every single thing. Learn how to play the guitar on YouTube. This is how I make myself louder. Yeah.
All right.
Troubleshooting.
Well, okay. Your version of the modern
I
day
think it's
troubleshooting.
I think troubleshooting's fine. Like Gail said, it's looking for a solution, and I think the first lesson in troubleshooting is finding the best and easiest way to do it. And if that's YouTube, that's YouTube.
I think you're both troubleshooting in your own way.
Yes, I'm just arguing with you now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we've reached the end. It is time for today's thought for the day. Did you have anything else that we should do? Because I don't want you to think that we don't, see your chats and that, well, they never answered my question. So,
yeah, if I did miss anything, I apologize.
Yeah.
Justin said they have a kickstand. I use it every time. LOL.
So does Kickstand, yeah.
They have kickstands in Massachusetts.
Oh, in Mass?
Give me their name. They're breaking the law.
I would be very surprised.
Get them.
Yeah, let us know where.
Gail said I didn't know it was called a kickstand. That's because it probably isn't.
It probably wasn't
It
before
probably
today.
isn't. Yeah, I made that up. It just makes the most sense to me. I don't know how it could be called anything else.
All right.
Yeah, and that's it. If I did miss anything, I apologize, but there's a lot.
By the way, tomorrow is show number 50, so if you have anything that you want to tell us you really like this part of the show, you don't like this part, do you really need this? We'd love to hear it because we want to make it something that you want to watch.
And shout out to the guys. I love you. I love you guys. It's hard to do witty banter when there's only one way, when it's talking and then
texting.
But I do love you. That was all in good fun.
And
if anyone else wants to fight about something, let me know.
Also, we're planning a Q&A session tomorrow if we get any good cues. So if you have any questions for me or for Matt, or questions about the show, about Charlie, about Trish, we maybe get Trish to come in tomorrow for that segment. Feel free. Tomorrow's the day for that, okay? We leave you with this thought for the day, and our thought is, winners don't do different things. They do things differently. Winners don't do anything different than what you and I are doing. They just do things differently.
Winners probably troubleshoot on YouTube.
Okay. No matter what, go out and make it a great day.
Peace.